Hey, what is going on, guys? Got another gameplay commentary for you, and yes, another Badwater spy video. I know I've made a lot, but I do like Badwater. It's a great map, and I decided not to edit out the bad bits. I usually edit out deaths and bad streaks and things like that, but I decided not to because I want to show you some raw gameplay of what a full game is actually like. I've obviously selected a good game. I've literally just come out of playing this game. I definitely wanted to use it, so went straight into the editor, and I'm speaking to you, 30 seconds after I've played the game. So if I've forgotten about some things, I apologise. It's quite a long gameplay. It's 17 minutes, Badwater spy defense. I might stutter as well, because speaking for 17 minutes non-stop, it's kind of hard, and I might have throat issues as well. I haven't got a drink with me, just walked right into this commentary. But yeah, I'm playing Defense Spy. I'm using the stock knife, the ambassador, and the dead ringer, which is my favourite spy set to use. I have now been converted. I used to think the stock pistol was the best. Now I'm in love with the ambassador. I just love using it now, because that headshot can open up lots of possibilities, and it's less of like a spam weapon, it's more of like pick your shots, and if you get the right shot, I mean, all you need is a sniper standing still with a razorback, headshot him once, body shot him once, and he's down without the count. Yeah, so they can be quite oblivious to the headshots, and also when you're running away and an enemy's right up close to you, it only takes one headshot and they'll soon go from running away to running to you, and then start running away. Because it's quite a scare weapon. If you're an enemy trying to pursue a spy and he's got an ambassador and he's an experienced ambassador, you really don't want to mess with him, because he can just take you down in 2 or 3 accurate shots, and it's not a spammy weapon, so it's a quite hard weapon to use, and it does mesh with your crosshairs. Mesh? What am I on about? Mess with your crosshairs, because it has a rapid expanding crosshair. And if you don't know what that means, is basically when you shoot, the crosshair goes a lot bigger. So you have to start with a small crosshair, and it'll go bigger. And that basically means is when the crosshair goes smaller, it means you're now eligible to get another headshot. Yeah, eligible to get another headshot. So that's why it's not spammy, because you've got to kind of wait if you want a time for 2 headshots, like on a heavy or something. And the headshots do 120 damage consistently. I mentioned that in my previous video. But it's just such a powerful weapon. It's like the scatter gun up close, but you can do it from any range. You can even out-snipe snipers with it, because they're just not expecting you to pull it out of the bag. And it just works in great combination with the dead ringer. Lots of weapons do. Just shoot, get your headshot, and if they are swinging with your melee and you don't want to risk the body shot, just pull out your dead ringer, get a convincing feign, and go in for the body shot when they're not expecting it. Note on the gameplay here, I do use the face stab quite a lot, and I'll explain to you why I use the face stab quite a lot. People say that there's no point doing it, and it does ridiculously low damage. I think it does, I forgot what the stats are, around 50-60 damage, which I think is good, because if you've seen the face stab kills I get in this game, I slash quite wild and I get right into the enemy, and a thing like that, that's just an example there of the 2-shot ambassador on the sniper. But when you slash quite wildly, you can just get into them and the enemy panic. Like for a demo man, which is not a close class, what they'll do is they'll try and tube you and they'll miss, or they'll impact themselves, and it can really set enemies off in a panic. And it does it to me as well. When I see a pyro running at me when I'm on fire with an extinguisher, I crap myself. I really do panic. A bit unfortunate here, actually. Tried to help this NG out with the scouts, and then another one came up, and experienced player who didn't go tight corners, so I couldn't get a corner stab on him. And I hope he stayed up, because he did have a teleporter, and when this 3rd stage does get capped, you do need the teleporter up, and I do have to congratulate my team on this one. It was a long defense, but we did pull it out of the bag, and we did really well. I won't spoil the ending for you, so I'm not saying we won or we lost, but it was definitely a great ending. So what I was trying to do is that I was trying to play quite a cautious team spy in this game. So as you can see here, they've taken the 3rd point, and I know that if I die and there's not a teleporter, it's a long walk back home. So me and this scout, we're kind of like playing around up on the cliff. We've got a soldier up here. We've also got an NG up here, which is incredibly useful. And we're just trying to stay alive and try and clear the cart, because if you can slow down this push, because this is the push which usually goes the fastest because the enemies have got to walk the longest. If you can slow it down, you've got a much greater chance of winning. So that's why I was maybe staying alive a bit more, not going in for the, you know, ambitious chain stabs in this particular section of the map. Hey, I am back for part 2. The video is split into sections, and I also had to go for tea. So, if the sound is any different, like the mic might be a bit further away, a bit quiet, a bit louder, adjust the volume, I apologise. Yeah, basically, back on topic. So I am trying to stay alive here. We are successfully holding down this push. They haven't just rolled the cart. And I'm really being very cautious, as you can see, just not dropping down too fast. And I'm not trying to get myself seen. I'm trying to pick out just the key enemies. I don't go for soldiers or trying to get these engineers. And I do get milked here. The enemies start. This is when the enemies start becoming a bit, you know, catching on to spies. And I try my best to dodge. The dead ring was nearly full and didn't quite get out of there. And then this is the point where we've got a long time on the clock. As you can see here, we've got 9 minutes and 50 something seconds to hold this last point, and that is going to be a struggle for us. And I definitely thought that they were just going to roll us. And the way I like to play this last point is just either try and stick to the cart or get in the house, which I'll show you in a bit, and try and clear the cart and try and see if they've got, because I know they've got an NG, so I need to try and take out his nest, which is definitely going to be around the corner, because that's where pretty much every offensive NG spot is, and it's quite an effective NG spot. That's why it's always there. So I am starting to notice that there's more spies on their team, and then they started to change classes, so you see less of certain classes and more of certain classes. For example, Pyro, you will start to see a lot of Pyro. And this is their nest here, and I don't know how I didn't get that medic, but they did have a very good player. He's the player with the silver bot killer sticky bomb launcher. You might see him quite a bit in this video. He was a tough player for me to get. I can't remember whether I got any backstabs on him from this point on, but I know he was extra cautious because I did get a quite nice chain stab on him earlier. But as you can see here, this is the typical nest, and this other spy here, he was such a great spy. That guy, when I was watching him in Spectate, he was doing really well, and he was kind of sensing what was going on with me and kind of adjusting to that, because he was doing what I would have done, but he was doing it, he was taking out the teleporters and giving some spawn harassment while I was getting a bit more knees deep in it and trying to get these dispensers, trying to get the medics, NGs and stuff. But he was a dumb NG. And yeah, so I tried to get this medic. I don't know how I didn't get him. He was standing still, but he eventually survived because he was on full Uber and I didn't want him to, you know, come back to the keyboard and then wake up. But we did get him with a headshot, and then he finished it off with a backstab while I had his attention. And as you can see here, the Pyros have started attacking, but we'll see how it works out for them. He's got a Manco cap on, so I do decide to watch out and get out. He was a good spy checker. He did check around quite a bit and made me watch my back a bit. But this building here was the one I was talking about earlier. Sorry I didn't mention that, but this building is great. You can just scope it out. and just get the headshots and rack it off. And as you can see here, I'm giving the enemies trouble here. And there's so many options in this house. There's 2 little ammo packs and there's 1 mini health pack. But it links, you can jump down and get the big ammo and big health. So that really does help. And if you're familiar with Stabby, I'm not sure whether you are, but he's my favourite TF2 YouTuber. And I get quite a lot of inspiration from him. And he says that house is the best spot for spy in TF2. And I was surprised that he said that. And the more and more I use it, the more and more I believe it, because there's just so many options, and it's such a difficult house for them to get you, because if they're coming up the stairs, you can jump over the rails and away in 2 directions, run the long way round back to spawn, that's another direction, and also jump over the rail right on top of their heads. And that's not bearing in mind all the corner stab opportunities. You've got 3 or 4 corners just getting up to the top there, and also the stair stab. There's 2 looping stairs, probably the easiest stair stab spot. If I've ever come closest to a stair stab, it will be in that spot, but I am still yet to get my first stair stab. I have been trying a lot more recently and I'm getting close. There was one time where I did get one, I thought, and then I watched it back and it wasn't as good as I thought. Decided I wanted to get a smooth one. As you can see here, this pyro here, he's changed class, and also there's a soldier as well who's changed class. But they've still got some of the typical classes that they had before. The medic, which is always important. You don't see many Ubers from him, but he's still a threat. Any overhealed teammate is something that the team needs to deal with. And this spot here where I'm on the pillars, if you can jump on there, you can actually scope the enemies pretty well with the Ambassador. And I'm getting a lot better with the Ambassador. I used to disregard it because of its body shots, did low damage, but it makes up for it in headshots, and it really does work. So as you can see there, the spy, he's kind of like drawing attention away from me, and I'm drawing away attention from him. And we're just trying to generally stop the push. As you can see now, the car is nearly at the bottom of the hill, and I thought, you know, they're gonna roll us, but we were somehow holding off. We did have a very good team. I didn't see much of them because I was kind of in with the other team, but I can see just out of the corner of my eye, just looking there were medics. There's a scout, a very good scout. Obviously the very good spy. Also we have a very brave medic as well. He's got a bit of a I'm not going to say it, but yeah. Well, yeah, he's got balls, basically. And he goes in with his Ubersaw, and he's not a shy guy, so he was a help to the team. And this bit here, that soldier, he was really on the ball there. I did not expect him to catch me. But, fun fact, TF2, if you didn't know that even when you're cloaked and you land, there'll still be a sound of the fall damage, and there'll still be blood coming from the ankles, which is nice to know. So he probably spotted that, but it's incredibly hard to spot. He probably just heard the sound more than anything, probably on his turtle beaches. I don't have any turtle beaches. I was looking to get some because in turtle beaches there's actually quite a good microphone which I could use for commentaries. It's a high quality microphone, and obviously the headset's high quality. Having a good headset, I don't really have one, but apparently it's advised for TF2 because you can hear the little sounds. Again, I got this from Stabby. He's got a good headset, and he says that he can hear the medic's uber crackle from an incredible distance with his headset. But I'm not going to invest in them because I personally won't be able to. I don't play Highlander, so it won't really be a benefit to me. But maybe if I start playing Highlander, I'm always looking for a team main spy, then could be an option. Maybe I'll do a review or something. But I do know that I am getting a new microphone for sure, because I can use that in different things as well as commentaries, and I've always been wanting to get a mic anyway. Even though this mic's fine at the moment, I'm always looking to upgrade, make my videos higher quality. As soon as I start gaining a bit more attention, I know I have 2 great subscribers at the moment. Shout out to them. Niplitable and the Randomize. They're always commenting, giving me likes, and it's nice to see that. But as soon as I start branching out, start hitting more views on my videos, that's when the videos will be more high quality. Also, plans for the future. This channel will be slowing down a little bit because it's quite soon to going back to school, and the one video per day schedule won't be happening. It will be one every 2 days or one every 3 days, depending on how much work I've got to do. But yeah, I'll still keep up regular videos, and one video a day, some people won't even be able to watch that many, so I am slowing down. I just wanted to show people that I can be dedicated and I can make the videos and get them out there. Also, just a little test here. If you are watching up to this point, can you make a comment of the number 600, just so I can see how many people are actually watching to this point, because I've been looking at the view time stats and some of them are quite low. Some people only watch the video for 3 minutes or something. If you look at the stats, it can be interesting what you can find. I found that I had the lowest view watch on this was on a 13-minute video, was 3 minutes from the UK. So some people aren't actually getting to watch the full video, so yeah, type in 600 if you've got to this point. I'm pretty sure that the video is quite near the end, but we're just holding this corner now. The enemy are struggling to get past this corner, and you know they're changing classes too frequently to get a solid loadout. We've got snipers charging in with the machiner, scouts coming in with the bats, and you know we've got all team members now pushing their spawn. As you can see, they're scouting the spawn. Their pyro number is increasing, out of rage probably. But as you can see there, 60 points. Absolute stormer of a gameplay. Thank you for watching, guys. You have reached the end of the video. Thank you for watching, guys. If you could just leave a like or a comment on the video. These videos do take a long time to make, a 17-minute commentary. Please give me some feedback. Thank you, guys.